Hey guys, it's Miles here again from My Online Fat Loss Coach. Boxing Day 2013, and this video is I think a really important one. It's about fear and how that can completely and absolutely sabotage everything you're trying to achieve, not just when it comes to exercise, health, weight loss, but it can massively impact your life choices and decisions. So I'm going to give you a couple of examples of myself really, and how fear can be quite crippling and hold you back. Growing up, I think it's fair to say quite shy, and getting into my teenage years realised it was something I wanted to overcome. So read a few books on fear and things like that, and how to overcome them. So what I started doing, and don't get me wrong, it wasn't all plain sailing, but what I started doing was trying to attack head on the fears that I thought were sort of crippling me, holding me back, and some other fears, just I wanted to try and overcome them, because I got in my mind that the belief was I would never overcome them. That's just who I was. I was scared of heights and various things. So the first one was I had what I would call a fear of confrontation. So I would shy away from difficult conversations, which, you know, is quite a common thing. I've coached people on this for the last 10 to 15 years. People who, let's just say, when there's a difficult conversation to be had, people can't have it, or will just back away from that situation, not put themselves in that situation, which, you know, and a lot of people who I know that are far sort of smarter than I am, certainly, have said to me that success in life is usually down to the amount of difficult and uncomfortable conversations you are willing to have. So realised that was something I needed to get over, and if potentially I was ever in what you would class as a violent situation, or potentially violent situation, I would be in a similar state. I would either run or I would just back away. So how do you overcome this? Well, my decision was to become a nightclub doorman. So what I found and what I learnt was, if you find the most extreme version of your fear, if you can tackle that, you'll break through unlimited things in your life. So if you're scared of confrontation, there's not a lot more you can do to overcome that than become a nightclub doorman. So guess what? That's what I did. And what that did for me, in terms of shifts in my mindset, was quite incredible. I used it as a complete psychological experiment: how to handle people, how to deal with people, how to watch human behaviour. The time I spent on the door, as they say, when I was a lot younger than I am now, taught me lots and lots. So overcoming fear, overcoming confrontation taught me lots, and my confidence soared. So then from that, I had a crippling fear of heights. So what I chose to do was get on a plane when I was 24 and fly to Malaysia, to Kuala Lumpur, to the Petronas Towers, which at the time, again showing my age, were the tallest buildings in the world. And there was the sky bridge across, you could walk across with a glass bottom. So again, that was the most extreme version of sort of heights I could think of at the time. So and a costly way of overcoming it, obviously, because flights to Malaysia aren't cheap. So I went to Malaysia and walked across the two buildings. I've got a photograph of me halfway across the glass sky bridge, overcoming my fear of heights. So that tackling of fears is something I've worked with all my clients, and it's something I massively believe in, because it can shift your life. And you know, even though this is, people might be watching this about health and weight loss, again, going out there and tackling your fears, and I can't go to a health club, I can't go to a gym. I hear this a lot from people who aren't very confident or have low self-esteem issues, and don't like their physical image in a mirror, for example, and as well have got beliefs about how other people's opinion of them actually matters to them. So, and again, these are things that can be broken down and tackled and overcome. But I'm showing you those two examples as, you know, whatever your fears are, and and whatever things are holding you back in any areas of your life, you know, your fear of overcoming going to a gym or those sorts of things can, what I would say, permeate into all areas of your life. So just learning to tackle something that's held you back. If you want to lose weight and you feel that you can't because you can't go to a gym, for example, if that's a belief you have and you hold, you know, by overcoming that, you then start thinking, well, what else can I overcome? And you know, as the new year comes, and new year, new you, and all that type of wording that comes about is around, you know, I think this part about tackling fears will have a far bigger impact than going on a low-calorie diet, for example, which will last about a week, and then when you realise you rebound your weight gain, that it just won't last. So I am always a believer in getting the mind and the mindset right, and overcoming those issues first, and once we get those sorted out, the actual tactics and strategy of weight loss and exercise become quite easy, really, because you know you've got a mind that's in the right place, and you can actually stick to things, and you don't have the excuses. Your beliefs and everything are aligned correctly. So just wanted to share that with you. So fear can be overcome, and I wish you well, and we'll go through this in my online fat loss coach in the course. So hope to help you in 2014.